computer.
Oh,
You
okay.
got it.
Okay, so we have Cheryl just got in. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There's 13 of us, and 3 I know. Hi, Cheryl.
Hi, how's it going?
Good. Who am
Hey,
I
Audrey.
gonna
Hi,
take a
Susie.
quick look who I'm missing,
Hello.
and then we'll get started. Okay, I have Laura, Rita, I know can't make it. Laura's here. Cheryl, Joni, I know can't make it. Lauren's here. Tracy, Audrey, me. Oh, that's the other. No, I'm on there. Oh, Jen Barrett. There's Susie Toussaint, so that's good. I talked to Jen earlier, so hopefully she'll be on any minute. I'll just text her.
It's Susie on the go.
All right. So I just texted Jen. Hello, everybody. I thought we could take a moment. Hi, Susie. She's in Nashville. I'm going
Are
in
you in
May.
a car?
Just in the
an
back
Uber.
of the bus.
Oh, in an Uber. How fun. I thought we could briefly introduce ourselves and say maybe how you heard about the trip or what you're looking forward to. Maybe if you've been to Ireland before. And then no, it might be Susie.
You guys should put a sign so you don't have to be here.
I gotta mute me, sorry.
You could, yeah, mute. Thanks. And then I thought I would just kind of go over some of the things on the itinerary and some of the tips that I had put in there. So I don't think we all see
Is that
the
what you're saying?
board the same way. So I'll call out your name. Laura, you're first. Laura Downs, you're first.
Hello.
Okay, thanks.
What am I saying? How I know you?
Well, how you knew about the trip? Not everybody knows me. We don't all know each other. And then, but you do know me. What you're looking forward to? If you've been to Ireland before, maybe if you want, you know. You can
I
say-
have not been to Ireland, even though I lived in London for 5 years. It's like ridiculous that I have never went. But I haven't traveled much since kids, and so I'm just really excited to go anywhere. And I just, yeah, this is gonna be very therapeutic because I need something like this right now. It'll be really great. And especially to catch up with my high school friend, other Laura, who I haven't seen.
Heck,
No, and like
middle
visit-
school.
Yeah, we met in 6th grade.
Yeah.
But I heard about the trip because I know you, Kelly, forever. And so, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, hi, Lauren.
All right. Thanks, Laura. I was texting Jen who can't find the link. I know it went to a lot of people's spam, so I was telling her. Sherry, you're next.
Hey, okay. So I heard about the trip through Kelly because I work with Kelly. I have been to Ireland before. I actually did a travel agent fam trip there right before the world shut down, fall of 2019. And it was really nice, except it rained every single day we were there. Except our 1-day extension we did up into Northern Ireland. It was beautiful and sunny, and that was nice. But mostly we just traipsed through a lot of hotels and did the hotel tours and things like that. We did a few sightseeing things, but the thing I'm looking forward to most is what we missed on the last trip, and that was the Cliffs of Moher. This is the Rock of Cashel behind me, a picture that I took when I was there.
And we are going there.
Yep.
And you probably didn't stay in castles before either.
We did stay in 2 different castles, actually.
Oh, that's cool.
We did just outside of Dublin after we finished the fam for 2 nights, and then we stayed in one castle, and I can't remember which one it was, but if you want to know, I can look it up and tell you later. It was right at the end of our trip. Yeah.
Cool. And Tracy, you are next.
My name is Tracy. I'm really good friends with Susie Vick. We've been friends since our kids went to preschool together. So she's my connection. She reached out, she Well, as soon as she heard about this trip, she reached out to all of her girlfriends, and I said, that will actually work for me. I could actually go. I've always wanted to go to Ireland. I'm like 80% Irish. I've never been. So I'm just looking forward to just, an adventure. It works out. It's a good timing for work. So I've known people who have gone to Ireland and just rave reviews, no matter what you do, it sounds like it's going to be a wonderful trip. So looking forward to go. Look forward to go with you guys. Go with my friend Susie. We've traveled before, so we make a travel buddy. So it'll be a lot of fun.
Great. And Susie, you're next. Vic.
Hi, I'm Susie Vick, and I also work with Kelly for many years now. And I've been dying to go to Europe forever. I haven't been since I was a teenager. And now this came up, and I was like, I think I want to go, right? So I said, let's go. So opted in, and I'm really looking forward to it. And I don't know, just looking at all the castles and all that just is so beautiful. And I'm just really excited to stay in the castle.
Cool. And Laura, since you're next.
Hi. I heard about this from Laura Downs, who I've known since sixth grade at Abbott. And I just kind of thought, you know what, life is short, and this sounds like a great opportunity to do a trip where all I have to do is show up. So I had a disastrous trip to Mexico last year with a friend who I thought all I had to do was show up, and I think I deserve this one. So I'm looking forward to, we have had nothing. I live in Colorado, and we have had snow on the ground since before Christmas. So I am looking forward to anything but snow. So
Yeah. The weather has been in the 50s here, and that should be about what it will be in Ireland. So I've been thinking, okay, it's just going to be similar. And then it's been really rainy here too. So who knows? Maybe it'll be less rainy. Lauren, you're next if you're able to talk.
I am. I'm driving, but I'm paying attention to the road, not the screen. So I'm Lauren Peczkowski. I know Kelly because our kids were in school together for, I don't know, middle school, I think mostly, and then drama, theater. My youngest and both of her boys did theater, and I believe I painted Kelly's face green for about 2 weeks.
Forgot about that.
So you get to know someone really well when you're in their face.
Yeah, I was the wicked witch of the West in Wizard of Oz, and Lauren did my makeup.
Anyway, Kelly's actually done some travel trips for me and my family. We've gone to Europe a couple times with her, and they were actually amazing generational trips because we brought my dad as well as my kids, and for at least 2 of them. So I know Kelly's skill as a travel agent because she has led me through a couple great experiences. And I just was at a point where I'm like, you know what? When I saw that trip, I was tempted. Or this trip, very tempted, and basically the timing worked, the airfare was reasonable, it all sort of seemed like it was a good thing, and I just happened to have to move again, and I'm gonna look forward to this because I really just don't want to live in a cardboard nightmare anymore. So this is my motivator to get unpacked and then actually be able to enjoy the trip. So super excited. A friend of mine actually grew up in Wales, and I was showing her their itinerary, and she's like, "Ooh, that's good. Ooh, oh yeah, you got to go there." And she was rattling off all the places she was suggesting to see in Ireland, and we're doing all of them. So thank you.
Great.
So
That's good.
Yeah, looking forward to it.
Great. Audrey, you're next. And I have the, like 40-minute time limit, so I may push us along at some point. And if we all of a sudden get cut off, that's why. But it usually gives me a warning.
Hi, I'm Audrey. I know Kelly from boot camp. Cheryl is our boot camp instructor, and Susie Toussaint, she's also part of our boot camp. So we have a bunch of fitness people in the group. Laura I also went to Abbott, but probably before you guys did.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah. And
I went to Abbott too.
Oh,
Oh my
you went to
gosh.
Abbott too. Oh my gosh. Wow.
I did not go to Abbott.
And I've never been to Ireland, but I have stayed in a castle before in Germany on the Rhine. And yeah, really looking forward to the trip. My roommate is the Rita, who's in New York. She's not part of boot camp. She's somebody out to.
You faded out there, Audrey.
Oh, sorry, might
There
be
you
my
are.
internet.
Yeah, we got you. Okay. Cheryl, you are next. But you're, yep,
So,
there you
Audrey just told you all my story. So
go.
happy to get to know other people that I don't know, and to see how everybody else handles travel and has fun and does the pub scene. So I'm excited to see.
I'm excited for that too. I know Susie is too.
I heard y'all, but it'll be interesting to see you in action. And I've just been on vacation since 2016, so really excited to get away and get a nice break away from boot camp, away from classes, away from all my other responsibilities. So really happy about that. And I've never been to Ireland, just flown into Dublin quickly on my way to Southern England, which I am going to go to London quickly on my way out there first, because I have a niece and her husband live there. So it'll be really nice to connect with them before I meet up with y'all. So really excited about it. Get moving too, so I hope you guys are ready to move a little bit.
I know. I just told Cheryl on Friday. Cheryl, I think you should lead us in like stretching every day before we get on the bus. I think that would be great.
And just stretching, I promise, nothing major.
Oh, you're very good at it. Cheryl is one of those that is a caretaker on both ends. She cares for her 90-year-old mother that lives with her and her daughter who is autistic that lives with her. So I'm really happy you are getting away and getting this trip, Cheryl. You definitely deserve it. Jen, you are next.
Thank you. I know Kelly through school as well. Done a lot of project work with her. Thank you, Kelly, for leading all of those fun events. And I'm just excited to get away. I've kind of always wanted to see Ireland. My husband's English, so he spent a lot of time in England, but every time we travel to that part of the world, he doesn't want to do anything but sit in his mom's house. So it'll be really nice to get away without my family, and just really looking forward to having a good time.
Great. And Susie, if you're able to introduce yourself, Susie Toussaint. And if not, we will move on. Okay, so let me, I'm going to try sharing my screen. Okay, actually, well, I'll do that, yes. But let me also tell you, are you seeing the itinerary on your screen?
No.
No.
Nope. Just your lovely face.
That's not working then. Oh, I didn't hit share.
That would do it.
Got it?
Yep.
Okay, and Lauren got locked out. Let's let her back in. Okay, and then I'm also going to tell you who's on my good list, which would be Jen Sherritt, Laura Sens, Lauren Pachowski, Sherry, Susie Toussaint, and Susie Vick. The rest of you, please log in for WhatsApp and send me a message at some point, because will be our primary way of communicating on the trip. And you can use it when you have Wi-Fi. You don't have to be on cell service, so it works out pretty well. We've even used it while on the bus. I'll get messages from people in the back saying, do we have a bathroom break soon? So it's just an easy way to communicate. I sent this all to you, all of the tips and such, but I'll just kind of quickly run through them. A lot of times people want to know how to get cash. I always think the easiest way is just when you get to the airport, they always have an ATM in the luggage area. It'll involve some kind of fee with, withdrawing money, but it's a better exchange rate than going to the currency booths. And you can, with euros, like my last trip was Iceland, that can be trickier to get in advance. With euros, you can ask your bank. Sometimes they have to order them, but like Wells Fargo can get them for you, and I think that's pretty reasonable too. But typically, the easiest thing is to just go to the ATM machine. Luckily for this though, you won't have an immediate need for cash. Sometimes with my clients, I tell them, so they'll have tip money and stuff, but you won't have to worry about it right away. And credit cards are really taken widely there. So the main thing you'll want to do is put money aside for tips. I always think it's best to take it out and put it aside right away. And then, it's kind of done. I put 10 to 20. The tour company, I found that online, but the tour company actually told me 10 to 15. So I think, 15 per day as a max is about right, but you can figure about 10 a day. And if you're feeling like it was great, we can add more. What I did last time is I had an envelope and I passed it around and everybody put it in there and I gave it to them all at once. So, and then for those of us that are on the Northern Ireland tour, it would be the same thing, like 10 to 15 per person per day. So 30 to 45. Let's see. So dress and packing, I've had a couple questions about that. I did make a packing list and put a link for it on the other document that we can look at in a moment. But the main thing is you want to be comfortable. It's not a dressy kind of thing. You want to be in layers. You're perfectly comfortable and warm on the bus, and then you get off and it might be drizzly or cold. And so you always kind of want to be able to take things off and on as needed. Theoretically, it is the least rainy month of the year in Ireland in April, but as we all know, it's a very rainy country and we've had so much rain, at least here in the Bay Area. So I think it's best to just expect rain. Wear waterproof shoes, meaning, like boots or athletic shoes. Bring more than one pair so that if something gets wet, you have a pair to change into. And then I've seen rain pants on so many packing lists for things for my kids and stuff, and they never use them. We actually did use them in Iceland. I don't know how much we would need to here, but if we're going out, if you still wanted to be able to do a hike or something and it's raining, it's not a bad idea. There's room on the bus for leaving things like your extra coat or hat or whatever. In fact, as far as I know, we have a full-size bus that has a bathroom on it, even though it's just us. So we should have plenty of room. And the bathroom, typically, they say they're pretty good about making stops on these kinds of trips. And they usually say bathroom is like, number one only kind of thing. And if you really need it, because otherwise it gets full. The insurance, I have everybody's insurance information. So I did mention in my email that I would like everybody to do a COVID test the night before. It doesn't have to be anything official. Just do it yourself at home and tell me, okay, I'm all clear. We wouldn't want somebody to not even realize they're sick, and then we're all in this place together for a week. So if we could all Ireland doesn't require it. The tour company doesn't require it. There aren't any entry requirements other than passport. I would like to see it. Hey, Susie Toussaint, I think you're on again.
Oh shit! No, sorry.
Yep.
Sorry.
Whoops. Yep. This is it. Hold on, let me-
Okay, mute. So I gave everybody a plug so that you would have that. One thing that I did put on that packing list, it's up to you, but I think the two things I found helpful traveling, especially when there's like hours of driving involved, would be a portable charger. If you don't already have one, they have them on Amazon. That way, when you're on the bus, you can plug your phone in. Sometimes tour buses these days actually have little stations for charging your phone, but I can't tell you if ours will. So it's just nice so that you don't lose power. That's actually probably one of the most helpful things I think there is to bring on a trip like that, like this. And then all of our rooms should have hair dryers, so you don't need to bring them or worry about them. Just know that for hair curlers and straighteners and stuff, if you're planning to use them, it has to go up to 220 voltage, or even with the converter, it won't work. Like I have a blow dryer that does, well, it's more of a straightener kind of thing that does that, but my regular curling iron doesn't. So keep your medications with you. I tell everybody, if you're checking a bag, just keep anything that you really couldn't live without with you in your carry-on in case anything happens with your luggage. Luckily, almost all of you are on nonstop flights, so that helps. For phones and internet, we may or may not have Wi-Fi on the bus. In Iceland, we did. I've been on tour buses that do. I don't know if we do. Actually, I might try to find that out. But usually your phone plan has, like with AT&T, it's $10 a day, and I usually just do that. But if you don't want to do that, then make sure you put your phone basically Wi-Fi, airplane mode, and then Wi-Fi on. And then when you're in a cafe or the hotel or wherever they have it, you can use it. And then you won't be getting roaming charges if you don't want to. If we have Wi-Fi on the bus and when we're roaming around, you don't feel like you need it, then you can use Wi-Fi even for calling home. So on WhatsApp, so you can get away without it. If you want a currency converter, the euro isn't quite as hard, but it's kind of nice. I use this one called Oanda to just be able to put prices of things in and see the conversion real quick. For those of us on the Northern Ireland, which is Susie Toussaint and me and Rita and Audrey and Lauren, of course they take the British pound there. We may be able to get away with not really needing to get that though. You'll just want to know it in your conversions because I think we can tip the guide in euros. We're starting and ending in Dublin, and I have to think they're used to that. So I wouldn't worry about getting the pounds just for that part of the trip. I always like to tell people, I know Susie Vick has used this mobile passport app. If you don't have global entry, it works pretty much the same. It's an app you download. And when you look at it in advance, get it downloaded, get your passport uploaded onto it. And then when your flight lands in San Francisco, you just go into it, enter your info, just the way you would like the usual customs form. And then when you get off, there's 3 lines: regular customs, global entry, and mobile passport. And you just go up with your phone and I think you just do it at the kiosk and you're through. So I highly recommend that. It makes, not all airports have it, but SFO does. So it makes your customs on the way back quicker. I always like to tell people download the app for the airline. It's just easier for your boarding pass and such. And hopefully all of you have done this or have it on your phone now. When I sent the itinerary, there's an option when you look at it, and if you're looking at it on your phone, that says view in app, and then it downloads the app and everything's on your phone. So it's just nice for the day-to-day. You don't even need to bring the paper one I sent. You'll just have it right there. And also you don't need internet to look at it. So that kind of covers my quick little tips. Does anybody have any questions on that? I can't see everybody, so just speak up if you do. On my pack, yeah.
Yeah. So on that trip plans app. So when I downloaded that, your info came up right away, but then it was, I was sort of navigating around, and then it said, oh, sign up, and I entered my email and all that information, created a password. And then once that happened, all of a sudden it told me I didn't have any trips.
I've had that happen to people before. So I would delete the app and reload it. And then the other thing I would say about that is you don't have to create the account to see it. So I think I'll just tell people just don't, because it does complicate it, and then that happens. The good thing about creating the account is you can message through it. And I had a group go to Morocco in February, and I had them do that because they could send questions to each other. But since we are going to use the WhatsApp group for this trip, you don't really need that feature. So I would just skip the creating an account. You can just view it without it. Okay, just anything on this packing list. We went over portable chargers and hair stuff. Of course, bring your toiletries and anything else you need. I don't know, but I still find oh, Tracy's trying to log in. I don't see a request from her. Let me see. I don't know if it's because I'm on screen sharing. Let me try stopping screen sharing for a minute and see if I see a request for Tracy. No, Tracy's on. Tracy, were you messaging me in WhatsApp?
Yeah, I just connected with you through WhatsApp. So
I thought you were trying to get in. Sorry. Okay.
Did you get mine?
Breaking that connection. I was like, oh, okay, I'll do it real quick.
Okay.
I just hadn't connected with you yet.
Got it. I'm sorry. Got confused there. Okay, so let me go back into the share screen.
Sorry about that.
It's okay.
Question.
Yes. Yes.
So it's silly, but if you use that mobile app when you're at the airport with customs and stuff, they won't, excuse me, will they stamp your passport or they can't?
You don't get a passport stamp, but coming back, so it doesn't matter.
Oh, okay. It's only when you go in.
So when you go in, that's when you would get, oh, my meeting ends in 10 minutes. When you go in is when you'll get a passport stamp, and that doesn't have anything to do with the app. The app's for when you go through customs in San Francisco, and you wouldn't get a passport
Okay.
stamp then anyway. Getting weird. Everybody's here?
Yep,
Mhm.
Can you see my screen?
we can see you.
No,
Okay, well, we'll try this again. One participant can share at a time. Only one participant is sharing. Sorry. Let me just look at this and see if there's anything else I wanted to mention. Bring masks because I don't think we'll need them, but of course, as we know, sometimes we get surprised. There could be some of the official things in Ireland where we need them. And bring tests because it's not that you need them officially to, have a test, a COVID test to get back in the country. But if you start not feeling well, you're going to want to know. So I tell everyone traveling, just bring them with you. Clothing advice, we talked about definitely bring waterproof things, bring layers. Casual dress is fine. You want to be comfortable, but we'll go out, it's optional some nights. Not like clubbing, but just to a pub. So if you don't want to wear your athletic clothes you wore all day, you might want to change. And then I don't think you'll need hiking shoes per se. Everything we're doing, they're more just like, trails. And so your athletic shoes should be fine. And the bike ride, they will give us helmets. So we're good there. I'm going to try one more time to share screen. And let's see. Okay, how about now?
yep.
Great. Okay, so I'm just going to run through the itinerary pretty quickly because we don't have much time. 5 of us, like I said, are going to Belfast, and I will meet you at the airport. The other 4 of you are all on the same flight, so you can find each other in San Francisco. That's Rita, Audrey, Lauren, and Susie Toussaint. And then I'll meet you on the other end. And we have 1 driver for that will meet us at the airport and will be with us for the next 3 days. So we've kind of already gone over the itinerary and the introductory meeting that a lot of us were in. But basically the first day on the way to Belfast, we'll stop for lunch and we go to this Monaster Boyce ruins kind of thing. And then when we arrive, we'll check in our hotel, but we're going to do the Black Cab tour, which is like more of a historical account of sort of the dark times or whatever they call them in Belfast. If you haven't seen the movie Belfast, I highly recommend it. I thought it was really good and will really be.
Kelly, we're not viewing your itinerary. We're looking at your Travel Joy site.
Oh, shoot. Thanks for telling me. How about now?
Nope.
No, it's the same.
Okay.
Same.
Now?
Nope.
Nope. I think you can select it down in your screen share thingy.
Yeah, I am.
There we go.
There we go.
There we go. That works.
But I'm also getting messages like Zoom quit unexpectedly. I don't know if you can see that. Are you in the itinerary now?
Yep, and then
Yeah,
we
but
just
the Zoom quit unexpectedly popped
Yeah.
up too.
Yeah, I think I think that's why it's having problems. Sorry about that. So then we get back to Belfast. Good grief. We will go out because meals aren't included in the Northern Ireland part, just breakfast. So we'll go out for dinner and we'll have a good night's sleep. The next day, we have kind of a full day out sightseeing. One thing just to mention, this Carrick Reed rope bridge, it's not open the time of year we're going, so we can see it, but we can't cross it. So just in case anybody thought they were going to do that. I would have, it's this picture down here. I don't know if you guys would, but and then back in Belfast that evening, dinner again on our own. I've looked into some places that we can walk to from our hotel. Meantime, the rest of you are getting on a flight and flying to Dublin. So this is the day we'll all meet up. Belfast group, we are at the Titanic Museum in the morning, and then we make our way back to Dublin. The rest of you get in at 11:45. Cheryl will meet you there from London. And by then I'll have the name of the driver and his number. But they will be waiting for you and have a sign when you get out of customs. So just look for them because I won't be with you at that point. I'll give it, oh, Sherry's already going to be at the hotel too. And we all basically will meet up that evening at 6:30 in the lobby, and dinner is at 7, and our guide will meet with us at 6:30 as well. So that's kind of the first time we will all be together. That's the other good thing about WhatsApp is I can, make sure you guys have the contact info and you can be in touch with me to say, okay, we're all here, we're on our transfer. And then, so we have dinner that night, and that's pretty much it. Again, those of us that want to go out can. And then the next day we get up and start our journey. They told me they don't get to me until something like 10 days before the trip, the exact times for things. Also, sometimes it's sort of a day by day, like the day before the tour guide says, okay, everybody, tomorrow we're meeting at 9 in the lobby. So this doesn't necessarily have exact times, but as we go along, you will know. And so we have our full day here, and we make our way to the Abbey Glen Castle, where we check in for 2 nights. Dinner is included and breakfast. And I know we have a vegan and vegetarian, and they are able to accommodate both of those things.
Kelly, are we supposed to be seeing this as you're talking? Because all I see is your Zoom quit unexpectedly with Dublin itinerary.
Is it nobody else seeing the
No
itinerary?
problem. Yeah, I
I'm
can't see
looking
it.
at the side, like the side of your window, I can see like the dates running down, of everything. That's not blocked by the Zoom, but I'm still seeing the Zoom.
That message isn't up for me, so that is
Yeah.
weird.
I would say if you could exit, but if you can't see it.
If you can't see it, how would you know to exit?
I can see your mouse moving around.
Yeah. I can see
That's
it.
really
Sorry, we seem to be having technical difficulties. You may just have to listen.
I'm happy to listen to you though.
I
I'm
appreciate
used to
you
it.
telling me. Still doesn't look any better?
No.
Okay. I don't know why Zoom just seems to be having problems because I closed that window. So if you're still seeing it, that doesn't make sense. Okay. The next day, so we were at 2 nights in the Abbey Glen Castle, which is nice because you can unpack a little bit. And we have 2 full days of what we're doing. I have made one adjustment to the itinerary since what I printed and sent to you. Originally, we were doing the bike ride on the 21st. And for a couple reasons, I decided it was better on the 20th. One, because the 21st is the day we're changing hotels. So you would have had to been packed up, bring your suitcase down, ready to go by 8 a.m. and do the bike tour. And then when we got back, get the luggage and leave. So if we do it the 20th, it's not a transition day. Just get yourself ready and meet us down at 8 a.m. Everybody did sign up for that, so we're all doing that together. It's going to be about 8 to 11. They will provide everything. They're meeting us at the castle with all of the gear and bikes, and will tell us what to do and make sure everybody's comfortable. I've asked the hotel that day to pack our breakfast to go so that we can take it with us. So you don't have to try to eat and be ready by 8, and we can make a stop for that on our bike ride. One of the other reasons I switched it was because if it is pouring rain and we can't do it, at least we have another day. We could do it. We can try for the 21st. We had one thing when we went to Iceland that got rained out, and they actually have to check on this. They did refund us, and I refunded everybody. So I think in Ireland, they do a lot if it rains anyway. So that's another reason you want your raincoat in it. Yeah. Okay. And so when you are looking at the itinerary, which you can look at on your phone too, if that is helpful. I'm basically on the 20th right now, moving on to the 21st. That day we check out. That's the day actually where we see the Cliffs of Moher. And we go to Kinnitty Castle, where we are for 2 nights. Each of these towns that we're going to be in, I've looked up. It's about a 20-minute walk to the little village where there's like a pub and stuff. So even though our dinner's included, I figure we can go out if we want. The next day, which is the 22nd, there's an optional morning walk. We'll be back that's going to be like 8 to 9:30. Well, probably 7:45 actually is when we'll meet. There,